Hello. I have a microphone. Yay. Meow meow. Oh shit, I didn't put it on loop. 1 second. Hi guys, how you doing? How you doing? Sorry. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be real with you guys. I have not prepped for this stream the amount I wanted to, or even to a degree of what I should have. I'll be 110% with you. I am so not as prepared as I should have been for first stream back, so I sincerely apologize for all the scuff you're about to be forced to perceive. Very, 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 very sorry. Very sorry. Very sorry, y'all. New mic sounds better. That's good. This is like, what you call it? Like one of those gaming headsets. Cause I did say, I believe it feels like it's been years since I streamed. It feels like it's been years since the stream before my break. But what you call it? Yeah, the port where I put my old what is the word? What is the word? The port where I put my old ASMR mic, there we go. Oh my god, that shouldn't have taken that long to remember the word for. Yeah, the port that I put that one in, it is broken currently. It is all the connective, you know, like you have when you have like the square connecting bits, it has like the white bit on one side and then the bit of space which you like, it has a slot in thing when you put it in like the sockety bit thing, if that makes sense. Yeah, the sockety bit in my PC itself is flimsy, so it doesn't work unless you have it a specific way, and unfortunately I cannot have it that specific way when I have my microphone on my desk. And if I don't have my microphone on my desk, I can't, it won't pick me up. Yeah, thank you by the way, yes, thank you all so much for contributing towards the tech fund. Thank you all so much. I feel like I shouldn't have said it that high, but you guys kind of scare me, but thank you so much. Thank you. There we go. Okay, finally getting this shit. Save it, you god damn it. Sorry, I'm just setting up the I'm live now guys, come check me out, ooh, kind of thing. I'm like in the middle of doing that. But I felt that I left you guys. I keep slipping into different accents today for some reason. Don't ask me why, I cannot tell thee. But yeah, what is the word? I kissed your mother. That's what it was. That's what I've been trying to say. I kissed your mother. No, I'm making stream announcements, guys. But I didn't want to leave you guys alone, so I'm here. Hope your charger charges in all angles. Listen. She was very lonely after your father went to get the milk. So I thought, hey, why don't I do a Sans Undertale and just slide right in there? Oh, sorry, Sans Deltarune. Because the theory now goes that Sans is originally from Deltarune and just occasionally hops over to Undertale. Sorry. Ah! Thank you for the 1 month! Thank you, Rappa! Thank you! She would not want you? Yeah, right. My mother is taken? Yeah, by me. This is getting into time in okay. What? The cockadoodle is Sunsplash? I don't know what Sunsplash is, I'm gonna be real with you. I just thought it was like a place. Does that make you Dad Talia? Hell yeah, I'm taking over all parts of the family tree. I'm your grandmother, I'm your dad. Next thing you know, I'm gonna be your non-binary nephew niece. I don't know what the non-binary word for nephew or niece is. Father Talia Finn.
Make it plural and it shows up. Like, that's not how you spell life.
There is actually a Discord ball, absent father, she is not staying. Listen, there's so many beautiful ladies in the world. Can you really expect me to commit to just one? And don't forget the twinks too. Like, the twinks need someone to take care of them, guys. You can't expect me to be there 24/7. Can anyone join? Yeah, it's anyone can join. You're gonna make me stop. Dude, you're the one who clicked on the stream. You're the one listening to me doing this. You made this active choice to be here. You can't then get angry at me for doing what I've always done. Like, that's on you, buddy. That's on you. There is apology text of your way. I felt completely behind your ASMR and only got caught up before stream. That's fine. That's fine. I honestly, just the fact you were did it at all. I can't freaking speak English. What the fuck is wrong with me? Just the fact that you were would watch it at all is just really nice for me. Thank you. There we go. Words finally came out. Where is the thing? There you go. Is that a good one? So yeah, you know how I said I hadn't done finished prep work yet? I hadn't sent all the shit I needed over to myself. I did not send. There were photos that I needed to take, or that I took, and that I was like, oh, let me just send them to myself. This will be nice, this will be good. And then I can show people shit and shit. Yeah, I kind of haven't done that yet, so I'm just sending them to myself now. And we will convene momentarily. Hey, now we're making more fan content, but we need your cooperation. Remember Batu, haha. But here's a late cancellation price for better Wi-Fi. Thank you. I'll buy. No, KB, no. Stay and watch me get giggity with your mother. What did you? Feel better soon, dude. But now I'm spending all my money on overpriced Lego sets. Help me. Let me just make a Lego set and you can spend money on that. My mother is married, yeah, to me. We've been over this, Coabels. I've been your father all along. I don't know why you haven't called me daddy yet. There's that. That's a good photo, I think. Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to be cool with shit, I suppose is the word. The one that I wanted. No, I don't think it is it. I think it's it.
Well, they're there. That's one. Definitely want to show these off.
Not to brag, but I get some pretty good photos here. That I will have to double check. What's going on Twitter? What do you mean what's going on? I don't know what is going on Twitter. I would buy 10 Lego Nat sets. I wish I could make one. Honestly, now. I mean, what happened on Twitter? What happened? What about my dad? I am your father. You got to explain that. Are you talking about the unnamed one? Are you talking about the unnamed one? Listen. Their female model is very attractive. You cannot expect me to look at it and not go awooga. You cannot expect that. You cannot expect. I can't even fucking speak English. What the fuck? You cannot expect me to not go awooga. Alrighty, okay, that's the end of it. That is the end of it. Nat, did you see Ado with you too? That is what we're gonna talk about today. Yuchan is insane. That's yes! Oh my god, I was wondering what their name was for the female model, because I know they have like different names for it. I have been calling the female model Yuchan myself because I feel like that's just makes sense with like the female suffix or like the more traditionally feminine suffix. But I didn't know if that was like the common name used in the fandom or not, because I just watched the thing and I haven't actually followed up with anybody else on this shit. You'll see Gura's new model. If you mean Sabah, yeah, though I will say, just like kind of out of respect, I would rather not refer to Sabah as Gura anymore. So tell me all the songs she sung. Nah, what did you think of the Duello infection? Jesus Christ, that was so much. It's like start the stream that the poll on Discord is what a fucking poll on Discord. Hold the shit. Hold the shit. What the fuck do you mean poll on Discord? What the shit, young man and women and everybody in between? Is it Sabah? Sabah. Sabah.
Sabah.
Give me a second so I can do shit. Da 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 da. What the fuck did you mean by a poll? Get 20 plus minutes but below 30 minutes. Technically it was below 30. Technically, she is all of 35 centimeters tall. I can put her in my pocket. Might not be fully comfortable, but I can put her in my pocket. Yang was the only one to get it right on the poll. I was not 30 minutes late. I was not 30 minutes late. Listen, I was not 30 minutes late. Okay, whatever. Hello. Hi. I have a face. Ah, it's coming through. It's all coming through. Huzzah. Hello, everybody. Welcome back today. It's me, Markiplier. I'm Markiplier now. That's who I am. And there's Matt Pams as well.
Thank you, Zero. Thank you, Matt Pam.
And I don't So, okay, just before we start talking about... I know it's like, why are you taking so long? Why are you taking so long? You took forever to start. Why do you want to delay the start even more? Well, guess who sent me art, guys? Guess who sent me art? Guess who done diddly dug done it? Blah. Guess who diddly done it? Guess. I want you to guess. Guess, guys. Gabe. I hate that that's not even inaccurate. Kevin B. You sounding a lot like a lot manlier Markiplier. Hell yeah. Yes, because I've been with all your mums. Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon sent me art. The Pope. Hi, Mickey. Oh, I didn't say hi to everyone. Shit. I know Diamond got the first message, so congrats, Diamond, even if I can't 100% see it now. Oh, that's wrong shit. Then... Okay, let me just do this in the order that I need them. Let's be real. It might be better just to do it that way. And boop. And boop. 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 Oh, no, not print, fuck. I don't even think I've got a printer attached to this. Oh shit, no! Whatever, it's fine. It's fine. We're fine. We're good.
Hi.
Yeah, let me just say hello to everyone in chat first.
Hello Duello, hello Bullabalaji, hello Zero Overlord, hello Mr. Red Hat, welcome in Matt Pam, welcome in Diamond, again congrats on first message, welcome in kind of uncle, hello Zero, I already said Zero, I already said Zero, well get another one Zero, congrats. Hello Hofna, hello KB, even though you've left already, you coward, let me praise you in lifetime. I say Koi Bells and I didn't, hello Koi Bells. Let's see, hello Mr. Form 415. Welcome in, Vaccio. Can you tell I have a lot of energy today? Hello, Seri.
I'm one of those cheap ass mics right now. No, it's not cheap, I promise. I say hello Duello, just in case. Hello, San Avalon! Welcome back, Miss Finn, thank you very much. Welcome back to my stream as well. What is your other eye, Nat? Did you... No thingy jokes, please. But, my other eye is in the ether. I had to sacrifice it for this art because it's just that good. No, you can't eat Kumo's ear. You're gonna not want to eat him soon, I can promise you that much. I think that's everyone. Actually, no. Hi, Flappy. Good to see Nat has been replaced by a doppelganger, and we know that by the fact it's been 40 minutes of stream since the official started. Shut up. Shut up. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Antonio, oh, sorry. I keep mispronouncing his name. I'm so sorry. You were in Addo concert. I wasn't part of the Addo concert. I attended it. Hello, Mr. Red Hat. I'm starting to hear banjo and Grandma Dead Tully's stream.
Hello, Miles Anderson. If I missed anyone, say your name now, please. I'm still going.
2 3 EH. Sorry, your name's in Russian. I can't pronounce that. I'm so sorry. Welcome in.
Acrylic Khan, hello. Nice to see you. Hello, Mickey. Welcome in.
We gonna win this time? Either the doppelganger are back or the British infection is back. You got tickets? Yay, I did. I had them for a while. I was just kind of lying about not having them. I didn't. Okay, here's my reasoning. As you can probably tell by the fact that I'm a VTuber, I am a very private person. So when I was like pretending I didn't have them, it was more just because I'd rather say after the fact that I had them for privacy reasons. But yeah. It was when everyone was talking about getting hyped in chat, being like, I can't wait to go, can't wait to go. And in my head, I was like, I can't wait to go either, but I can't. I kind of forced myself into not saying anything. Why? Ah! Crap. PNG tuber. I am PNG tuber. It's my favorite streamer who's scary and mean to us for a living. It's welcome in, Deadly Egg. I won't be too mean today, I promise, because I'm talking about the queen that is Addo, and also a great time I had. I feel like Nat can degrade us more and we'd be okay. Half of you be into it, the other half of you would start degrading me back. I'm pretty sure that's how it would go. Let's see, it's not media file, I don't think. There you go, image. Add source. Here we come. Here comes the boy. Hello, boy. How are you? Anyway, here's the thing that I said I wanted to do just before we started. Blam. Blam. Is it? Blam. Look. Guess who this is, guys? Guess whose human form this is, guys? It's my little boy Kumo! Who wants a comic large cookie? I'd love one. It's Kumo, guys! This is KB up in the corner, fuck my buckle. I sent them just, you probably remember from the chat, but I sent them just before I went off. Like a little inspiration board I had of what human Kumo, or human quote-unquote, human form-ish Kumo would look like. Humanoid Kumo, that's what it says. That's the best word for it. You can see here, he's a little gremlin. He's a little gremlin. I love him in the bits, but I knew in my heart of hearts that I had to give him like gremlin vibes. Or like, if he ever got a humanoid form, it would be gremlin. So this is Kumo. He does not wear socks because he hates them. He does not wear socks, he does not wear shoes. Because they make his feet stinky, and they're tight, and they hurt. And he can't feel the sand between his toes. He likes sand, it's coarse and rough and it gets everywhere. These hurt his wings, which you can't see because they're tiny on his back. And then here is a more close-up of his face. The little, give me a second. Venitas no carte. He was slightly in, the fashion is kind of similar because I wanted him in like simplistic Ojo style or Oji style. I think it's Oji style. If you know Lolita fashion, like specifically like the sub fashions, like the furry dresses one. There's a subculture called Oji, which is basically princely Lolita. So it's a more masculine form of Lolita fashion, but it's still very frilly, very oldie Victorian-y, Englishy style. OG, O-U-J-I, Jesus Christ. He's still 4 years old in this, guys. KCC must train him how to cook. Now! Anyway, now they're adding a third bear to CCC. We're gonna get the complete Wee Bear set. Nice. Yeah, this is Kumo. Currently it is just a little bit of concept work, but at the same time it's like, it's my boy, I don't care. Thank you so much, KB, for taking the time to like draw this out. You are truly the GOAT. I know your back of life was fucked, but I sincerely appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, now that we finally been able to say about that. Oh Jesus Christ, that's a big image. You can't see it yet, but we are now going to be moving on to the concert that has changed my life. The concert that is just amazing. I made notes because I knew it would take a minute to talk about this. Okay, for more art of human Kumo, and the KCC is adopting him to teach him how to cook. No, you can't. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. Absolute cinema. Welcome in, random dude on the internet. That's it. Oh god. Oh, that was what I meant to do on freaking. Never mind. I'll do it later. Whatever. It's fine. I will just have to. Okay. I honestly for this I may as well just get rid of like Nat and Kumo on the screen for a minute, and then is this I don't know. Okay, yeah, there's someone. Sorry, as I said, not entirely prepped. It's too late. No refund. What do you mean no refunds? You didn't purchase him. You think he's worth $10, of which I will only likely get 3 off? You think my son is worth $3? Think again. Think again. Wow, Koi Bells, wow. I was already told I could adopt alternative universe Kumo, so we already got one. You stole my mom, I steal human Kumo. We're moving on. You can't, I didn't steal your mom. We've been married. I am your biological father, Koi Bells. Do you not recognize me through the voice change? Okay, 350. Oh, you want to get an auction going, do you? We're gonna get higher than that. Starting bid is I don't know, fucking something in pounds. Get out. I'm pretty sure you are. Oh yeah, the fact that YouTube gets like a huge ass cut from the payments is crazy. Yeah, if you, I said this on a couple of streams, but if you wanna like donate to me and it not be like, what you call it, and not take like, not have a huge chunk taken out of it, donate via Ko-fi. That is better because not only do I get the payment sooner, I also get both YouTube and if you use Apple Pay take a cut. Both of them take 30%. So, you know, whereas Ko-fi only takes like a small fee off the top. So like say, obviously Matt Pam just donate $10. Over here, assuming he's used Apple Pay in like not worst case scenario, that's a bad word to use. Just to illustrate my point further, I suppose. That's 30%, so $3 off from, or like $3.33 off from Apple Pay, and $3.33 off from YouTube. That leaves me $3.34. Whereas if it was via Ko-fi, it would then only be like, not even $1 off the top, I don't think. Oh yeah, Zero agreed to the Casey's. When did Zero agree to that? Don't put words in Zero's mouth. Nah, they're carrying out sacrificial rituals with Silk Song. Can we add Kumo? No! You can add Kumo to the game, you can't add him to the sacrificial rituals. Anyway. Check the... What? Okay, guys, we're getting off topic, but I'm checking this, but then I'm gonna start talking of how my queen. I know. I still feel so blessed. I still feel so blessed. Wait, where is this? No sacrificing of children for Sing Song. Everyone try to sacrifice children for something of mine. I don't remember what it was. You guys always started about talking about sacrificing children. I'm like, no. No children sacrifices. Lalo, hi! I'm trying to start talking about what I've been up to, but unfortunately, it's not going the greatest, but hey, it's fine. We're going off topic, but it's fine. No, Abo supremacy? Well, too bad. Boom. Look at this. By the way, I forgot to make a text thing for this. 1 fucking second. There we go. Make it visible. So all this art that you will be seeing, all these little chibis that you will be seeing of moi on the screen here is going to be done by Promiset on Twitter. I did when they also their art is on the thumbnail, and I haven't added them to the description yet, but if you're on my Twitter already, they are linked in the Twitter. I will further link them in the description of the stream afterwards, because Promiset, I have worked with Promiset before on multiple things, on both like personal projects, like not personal projects, but like OCs that I have, like personal OCs that I don't have public, but also with obviously last year when I went on vacation, was it last year or was it the year before? I don't remember. I think it was last year. They also did the art for me then. So yeah.
Look at little Natalia, isn't she adorable?
First time in a while that I've actually shown myself off in my normal clothes. How are you guys feeling? Do you guys like my normal outfit? I don't show it off that often these days. I need to, unless like you're looking on like my Twitter. It's like shit. Guys, don't become a streamer. You're never gonna get control of your cables again.
friggin' springs.
I guess you could bury the light. Did you buy the light at the concert? I did. I missed the pre-sale, but I have stories. I have before and after stories. So, okay, so I just want to talk about the day I had getting to the concert. And there's gonna be an after the concert story as well, but okay, so basically, okay. Not watching ad about feta cheese. Okay, I'll wait a sec so people aren't getting ads. Good, I'm gonna buy one too when I go. It's so good. It's got, do you mind, can I call it spoilers about a light stick? Can I call it spoilers about a light stick? Do you mind me describing the light stick to you? So, do you eat a Kumo? You don't eat a Kumo. The underground, don't get me started on the fucking underground. Okay, so I had to get to, the O2. As you know, there's only one station that really lets you go to it. You can technically drive to the O2, I think. I think they have a car park somewhere around there. I've never driven to the O2. So, but for me, I had to get one train, and then I had to get another one to, get to the O2, 2 undergrounds. And so my plan was, okay, I'm gonna just, one of my roommates was gonna drive me to the first, underground station. And then, cause it was it was a bit away from where we are. And then, obviously that was meant to connect to the next underground. Bada bing, bada boom. Don't ask me why I chose to drive instead of walk. My roommate had stuff that day, and I'll be honest with you, I'm just gonna be honest. London is a walkable city, guys. I'm just lazy. But yeah, so why don't you walk? Shut up. Still hasn't to watch episode 3. Listen, I will have a fan stream next week. I promise. But yeah, so drove to the underground. Except, I kid you not, every single road there was something going on. There was roadworks. There was massive fucking trucks taking up the whole goddamn road. There was just people being dicks. You know that one meme video of people walking across the street and putting their middle finger in the air? It wasn't exactly that, but it was something like that happening. So, missed the first train. That was fun. And then, the underground that I had to get, by the way, this was technically wasn't time conscious or anything, but there was a time that me and my friends that I was going to the concert with wanted to be there with. Shisui and, not Shisui. Much too much fucking, Apothecary Diaries. Shisei and Chuta, we all wanted to meet up at a specific time, to avoid, the crowds at concerts. Because when I went to the Miku concert, we had lucked out, and we had got, VIP tickets, or, special tickets. So, no, it wasn't that. We didn't have VIP tickets. One of them had, Chuta, I think, had, the broadband thing that the stadium was partnered with. So we were able to get access to a place that was selling merch early, or a place that was selling merch specifically for these people, and no one else could access it, so we didn't have to worry about getting merch early. However, we didn't have that for Addo, so we were we want to get there early so we can avoid the rush. We don't want to be stuck with in a giant fucking line, because we also plan to get lunch. Are you telling me your OCs are based on your real friends? No, but you know, for the sake of privacy for them, I'm just gonna refer to them. I'm just gonna refer to them all by this. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, we wanted to meet up before. Yeah, we wanted to meet up early for merch, and so then. Because with the whole underground thing, the train that I had to get following was one of those ones that if you've been on the underground, it's not all like they all go the same way. There are some that will only go to specific stops. And this one that I was connecting to, it only had so many stops that it did. There was only so many like stops it made to this one place. Like it was the kind of one that's like you could have 5 trains before it, and then it would happen. So you have to wait like ages for it. And so I knew, okay, if I miss this one, I'm gonna be held back by like it was like technically only half an hour, so it wasn't that extreme. But at the same time, it's like, again, we had a time we wanted to meet up. I don't want to push it back that much, especially because like O2, there is stuff to do. There's a ton of stuff to do there, but it's also massive. So if they went off to do something, I would then have to walk around, try to find where they are. And also, she's saying Tuta are just nice people. They don't want to be like going around doing stuff without me. So I got out of that train and I started booking it to the where the next train I needed to go was gonna be. Because I knew that because I had taken a later underground connection, where later the first train I had taken was later than intended. I had 1 minute to book it across to the next platform, and then I get there, and the train's been delayed anyway. So the underground, because if you use Google Maps, it will tell you when the trains are going. And I was like, oh shoot, I'm gonna get up 1 minute to get to it. But then no, it's been delayed. It was delayed by 10 minutes. So technically I was still a little later than intended, but it wasn't the worst. And it made it up partway through the journey. So yeah, I got there. I kid you fucking not, I was running at my fucking gojo. Okay, it's a fun story. I was wearing heels. I made the smart decision to wear heels to a concert, but these weren't little stiletto heels. These are thick ankle boot heels. So when I was running, it was making the loudest you know Uma Musume that's just come out? I sounded like a fucking horse running through that train station. Everyone was turning to look at me. I was so embarrassed, and I was like, I gotta get there on time. I don't know what you think. I hated myself by the end of the night, don't worry. My feet hated me so bad. Anytime, kid you not, by halfway through the concert, by any time Ado stopped singing, I was immediately sitting down. I was like, I will stand for you, girly, when you sing. I will rise for all your national anthems, but I cannot stand when you're silent. When I went to the UK, I immediately turned around and left. Smart guy. Smart move. But yeah, so that was fun getting there. But yeah, in the end, me and my friends, we arrived around 12:30, I think it was, in the end. Were you at the standing seats? No. Okay, so the O2, for people who don't know, there are actually 2 stages at the O2. There's the 10,000 people stage, and there's the 40,000 people stage. And Ado was performing at the 10,000 people stage. The 10,000 people stage, that one is what would typically be the standing area. They put seats in it. They put seats in that one. So, and that's a special area, which we're coming back to about that, by the way. So yeah, we got to what the fuck was it? I got there at 12:30, and they hadn't opened up the massive. So okay, at the O2. again. There's multiple places where you can get merch from. There is the big merch store, which will have like literally everything. It is that one wasn't open yet, but they have like a little like truck one, like, you know, food trucks, but they have like a merch truck on the other like right by the main entrance as well, but to the other side. So like the big like store that you typically see people line up at is on the left. The truck one is on the right. And we arrived when the truck one was open. There is another merch store inside, and I think there's a couple other like mini merch stores in there. But yeah, we went in. We didn't go in. We got there when it was only like, there was 3 lines, but they were all like 10 people long at max. So we got there and we got in line and we got merch relatively quickly. On top of this light stick that I got, oh fuck, I forgot to take pictures. It's whatever, it's fine. I also got 3 trading cards, a sticker set, and... one fucking second, let me check. I have it behind me. 1 second. Here we go. Okay, yeah, I got 3 trading cards. So they were like, they're called trading cards, but they're like those little Polaroid things you get. And then I got 2, I kept it in the bag so it didn't get ruined while I was over on abroad. 2 acrylic keychain things, because they were gacha. And your girly loves gacha. I can't show the class because it's the lighting in here in my room is absolutely shit, but I will tell you which one it is, and if you see it online you'll be able to be like, oh, that's the one Nat has. But yeah, so I have 3 of the trading cards, 2 of the the acrylic keychains. I had to read it off the actual fucking packet. That's how bad my brain is right now. And obviously the light stick, as you can see, Jesus fucking Christ, it was 65 quid. Fucking kill me. Like, I had money set aside for the concert. I knew I was gonna be spending, obviously buying a ton of merch at the concert, so I did put money aside. But Jesus fucking Christ, light sticks are so much fucking money, guys. Like, Ado's is so pretty, don't get me wrong. I actually prefer it to the Miku one, because the Miku is the traditional, like, idol color one, where it's like, it's just like the stick and the handle. Ado's one is, I'm not into K-pop, but Shisei is. So she was telling me, because she's, before BTS broke up, they're back together now, by the way. Ooh. Before BTS broke up, she went to a few of their concerts, or no, actually just one of their concerts, and then to one of her biases concerts, I think. Or was that this year? I don't know. She's been to one of their concerts, and she has the BTS light stick, and she was telling me Ado's light stick is more like, this Ado's light stick is more like a K-pop idol light stick than a Japanese idol one.
Basley, hello! It has been such a long time. Hi.
Oh wait, she was in the cage? Yes! She was in the cage. She's always in the cage. Oh my fucking god, I need to talk about the concert itself soon. But yeah, so I got the light stick, I got the trading cards, I got the acrylic thing, and I got the sticker set. And yeah, and it's not even just, okay, so just to describe the things I have, I will take pictures of it tomorrow when my lighting is better. Hopefully, don't hold me to that, actually, you know, if I can forget it. How forgettable I am. Yeah, how forgettable I am, guys. But yeah, I got, so one of the acrylic keychains is of one of, like, her, I think it's based off her outfit for this concert, because her silhouette looked similar, or the outfit silhouette looked similar to the outfit the acrylic stand was wearing. It's the one with the transparent parts of her dress, or not her dress, but like her clothes. And then the other one I got is like this crayon-chan style drawing of her eating Omar Rice. She's sitting at a table, and there's like Omar Rice was like a bit like eaten into, and she's sitting there with like, if you don't know crayon-chan, it's a very simple like kitty kind of art style, like one like literal child art style. And it's just, and she's got a little napkin around her neck, and it's just got little flakes of like rice on the napkin, and her mouth is so cute. And then, I kid you not, I also have that as a trading card, like the picture, but it's on like a picture of Omar Rice, like real life Omar Rice as well. But it's the special edition of it. Okay, so I think this is how it works. You could get like the regular trading cards, and then you can get ones with like that like rainbowy chrome look over it, and I got that. That is that. I got one of the special ones at the fucking Omar Rice. That's my original Discord account, so I got disconnected from the Discord server. Oh no, I'm so sorry. If you want a new link, someone can send it like right now, and you can rejoin. But the other ones I got was I got her basic like outfit as a trading card, and then I also have one of her little pape, or her little doll of based off her persona, and it's in front of like a mic recording thing, and it's so cute. She's so cute. Guys, Ado is so cute. I actually cannot fucking stand it. She's so fucking cute. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, before I met Ado, I've never really been into like artists and shit. I've always been the kind of, like, if you know that fucking Jaden Animations video where she's like, it's not that I don't understand music, it's more of, I love music in general. So all music is like equal to me, but because of that, I've never really idolized a specific artist before, or been like insanely in love with a specific artist before. Like, not in love in a parasocial way, but like, you know, I love their work kind of thing. Ado is like the first person that I've been like hugely into, and I will elaborate on that more in a minute. But yeah, so again, I will send pictures of what else I got. Also, stuff that I didn't get, but feel like mentioning was there because of she's saying Chuta got it. They had tops there. One of them was like a black top with the logo for the tour on the front, and then the tour list, like the places she's performing at, on the back. And then there was also this white crop top with like an original design on it that Shisei got. And it's just so cute, guys. It's just so cute. Oh, I wish I got one. I wish I got one. Yeah, and there was, oh my god, I kid you not. Okay, so like I said, the place we bought the merch from is like a, for me, the artist I got massively into was Corey Taylor. Nice. A crop top. Yes, a crop top. Crop tops. It's so cool. Which, oh, there was also jumpers. Chuta got a jumper. She was like, I know I'm not going to be able to wear this now, but winter will come soon. We are in the Britons. It's gonna be fucking cold. I was like, fair enough. Mithria does tend to copy the weather of wherever we've been lost, so. Jumper? I barely know her. Yet you want to fight me every 5 fucking seconds. Kidding. But yeah. Oh god, I'm sorry. I haven't even got to the actual concert yet. Fuck. I need to get back on topic. Just Alien Stage finale yet? I will talk about that another day. I want to stay on topic. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I made notes just so I could remember, like, the really big things. So, also, this is like an off-topic thing, but like I said, we wanted to get lunch at the O2 before we went to the concert, because, you know, make a fucking day out of it. And so we went to this hot pot place. I don't remember the name of it. I remember, like, our server was really nice. She was also a fan of Ado, but this sounds really cruel, guys. Tell me this isn't the saddest thing you've ever heard. She was a fan of Ado, had bought merch before her shift, but she was working the night of the concert at the place that Ado was performing at. Tell me that is not the most gut-wrenching thing you've ever heard. Tell me that is not the most gut-wrenching thing you've ever heard. it was sad. It was so sad. Because I was like, cause she was really nice. She gave us like this, again, I forget the name of the place, but they, alongside it being, it was a Korean, I finally got to try Korean hot pot. Yay! Alongside it being a hot pot place, they were also just selling, like, they had mochi ice cream for dessert, which they only had, like, chocolate hazelnut at the end, and I wanted lemon. The server literally came back and was like, I'm so sorry, I know I just took your order, but they only have the chocolate hazelnut. Which was fine for Shisei, because that was the one she ordered, but both me and Shuta, we both ordered, like, I ordered the lemon, she ordered, like, a mint one, or like a green one, maybe the matcha one, I can't remember. That's just cosmic cruelty at that point. I know! It was so sad. It was so sad. But yeah, so she gave us like little popcorn snacks to have while we were in line for the concert. Though as you can see, like, if you know the layout of the O2, you can probably tell by looking at the screen here, because we got there so early and had food early and got merch early, we were able to, like, just get in line pretty early. But then being an adult sucks sometimes, I know. But yeah, one other thing that happened though at the hot pot place. So this is the kind of place where if you are a single diner, they will put like a giant teddy across from you. Nice, still on the light stick. Yeah. Does that work? I guess. I don't know. Try copying that, please. Oh, yeah, sorry. I can't see the links on Streamlabs. Anyway. Sorry. Yeah, so they had a giant teddy thing, and this place also has booths. So at one point I stood up because I needed to like get out or whatever, and I was trying to get like the iPad or something that we were ordering off of. And I stand up and I look to my side and I just see like this giant teddy, and I get confused because I'm like, why is there a giant teddy next to me on like the booth over? And then as I'm still looking visibly confused, I look around to where, I'm attempting to look around to where Shisei and Chiuta are sitting, because they are both sitting across from me. But instead, I look eyes with the dude sitting across from the teddy. And with my confused expression still on my face, and clearly, I looked like I was judging the fuck out of this guy, because he glared at me the second I made eye contact, and I was just like, sat right back down. Also, hi Treepacks, hello, nice to see you. But yeah, that was the preamble of the concert. Oh, also, one other thing, there was another VTuber fan at the concert. They were a Hololive fan. They had both a Crony and a Ceres plush with them, and they weren't sat that far behind, like me, Shisei, and Chuta in line. They were like actually I think they were like right behind us, but before that, when we were walking around, because I saw them a couple times, and I saw them, they didn't have the Ceres out for some reason, but they only had the Crony out, and I saw them. Did I see all the Miku and Uta cosplays? I did, everyone was so cute! I love them! And also there was like just a lot of Luffy cosplayers as well, which, you know, fair enough, if you don't want to cosplay Uta, cosplay Luffy. Everyone looked amazing. And there was also a lot of Project Sekai Ida bags. Bye Nat, bye Vola, thank you for joining, thank you so much. But yes, so I ended up, like, there was another VTuber fan at the concert, guys! Ah! But yeah, I eventually got the courage to compliment their plush. And then we ended up, I kid you not, they were not only right behind us in line, but then they were also, like, only a couple seats over from where we were, so I just waved, we just kind of, like, waved at each other constantly. But yeah, okay, time for what you're actually all interested in. The actual fucking concert. So, when the doors finally opened, they, obviously, the stage, no one was on the stage yet, not even, like, the musicians, but they had, like, everything set up. The cage, Edo's cage was there, and there was all, like, the instruments out. and they it was so cute. There was like a giant screen behind, obviously, 'cause for like visuals to play, because you can't really look at Ado, so she's like, okay, I'll have some visuals in the background for people to enjoy, and also the light projects off, so yeah. It was just so cute, because before the show, she had a bunch of different messages going across this. Well, she had the same messages going across the screen, but it was all in different languages, and it was all like, hi, how are you today? Have you eaten yet? Make sure to go to the toilet before we start. It was just like, it was she also just a lot of, ah! That was the thing that really like caught my attention in the first place, is that in basically every language, because it was coming across in like lines. It's just randomly at one point in every line you would just see, ah! It was so cute. Your social skills are amazing in that. I know, I'm such a pro. There were times people cheered when the words ended. No. Hey. So, yeah, yeah, we opened, yeah. And then, okay, I mentioned before about, like, how they turned the standing area into, like, a seating sort of, like, VIP area. Okay, so I didn't book the tickets. Chusa did, I believe it was. And then we just paid her back, like, the amount for, like, our ticket, me and Shisei. Apparently, she accidentally booked, like, VIP tickets. They were, like, they wasn't, like VIP. We didn't have, like, a suite or anything. We weren't, looking from above or had, like, I don't know, a bar in where we were sitting. But we got there, and she was, like, reading it. She was checking the tickets to see what everything was and checking the email. She was like, wait a minute. What is this about a special present? And we were like, huh? And she's like, yeah, it's saying that, like, we get a special present from Ado and stuff, and that we have, like, special seating or something. I was like, did you fucking book VIP? She's like, no, I don't think so. But then she did. Because then, when I went to check my bag in, they were like, where are you sitting? Are you sitting in, like, a suite or anything? And I said, it says we got special seating or something. And they were like, oh, okay, yeah, you get 50% off. So... It's wild. It's wild. Yeah. Okay, so I don't have the entire song list on hand. I could probably pull it up now if you guys wanted. But... Guys, I want you to make a wild guess. What do you think Ado, this singer, what do you think she opened up with? What do you think she opened up with in her concert? What do you think? Take a wild guess. Take a wild guess. There's a bit. I mean, that would be an interesting start, let's be real. Say, I should know that. Don't spoil for people, but yeah, she was, she said, okay. Yes, as if Giovan's cheat sheet has said, she started with Usela. Oh my god, when she started, she just got straight into it. My throat was already burning by the end, because I screamed through that song. I kid you not. Everything, all the frustration that I had from all, like, tech failing, because I, like, carried that for the next couple days. Even when the goal was met, I still was, like, frustrated because fuck, that really fucked up final stream, didn't it? I got there, I sat down, I had it still bubbling away in the back of my head. She came on. I may as well have been in a heavy metal band, the amount I was screaming. I was so happy. I was so happy when it finally happened. It was amazing. And from that point on, it was just downhill, baby. Downhill for me. Uphill for her. She's never coming downhill. But it was downhill for me. I will be completely frank with you guys. I cried like 3 times during the concert. So after what you call it? After Usewa, fuck, what was it she sang? I forget what she sang next, but the third song of her was my favorite of hers. If you've watched Spy Family, you know it. Kura Kura. Holy shit. That song came on. I didn't know if she was gonna sing like songs from, I kind of knew she was probably gonna sing the ones from One Piece because of how big it was, but I didn't know she was gonna sing any of the other ones from other franchises she sung for. Or like other anime intros she did, or anime like productions. Kura Kura, oh fuck. I kid you not, got to the first chorus, tears were streaming down my face. I was so glad I was wearing waterproof makeup. Oh my god, I kid you not, I'm about to start crying again, fuck. Oh. It was so good. I kid you not, guys. My anger at the final stream ended up being cancelled situation. All my anger and frustration at that came out in Usewa. All my sadness and just like disappointment in myself, it just came out during Kura Kura. Like the tears started flowing, but then after that, like they kept flowing through the song, but they eventually turned into happy tears. So I don't know. I feel like I need to just say thank you, Ado. I know you're probably never gonna see this in your entire life, but thank you so much for being my unknowing therapist that night. God, I love Kura Kura so much. At the end of it, Shisei and Shuta just kind of, because I was in the middle, they both kind of just turned to me and they were like, "Are you good? Is that like your favorite song or something? Are you good?" And I was like, "I'm good. I'm good." Urure, Fleeting Lullaby, and Aiste, back to back. Jesus fucking Christ. Her set list was just fucking stacked the whole night through. But yeah, I started, it wasn't the only time I cried. Kura Kura was the time I cried the most. But when she started playing Rockstar, which was, I believe it's a new song she made specifically for the concert, or like to release with the concert. And also New Genesis, because that's my favorite from the One Piece movie. I've never watched One Piece, but the soundtrack from that movie is so fucking stacked, dude. Like, not just because Ado's singing, but also like, with Fleeting Lullaby, it's the same dude who did like the Diamond Box Girl. I forget what the fuck other song is, but the one with the really unique voice thing. And it's just all the songwriters and producers were so fucking stacked in that movie, dude. I had an argument with the guy behind me during Rockstar. What do you mean? Why do you have an argument? Though I stood up and he wanted me to sit up. Everyone was standing up at that point. The fuck? My god. Just stand up as well, dude. Come on. Yeah, it was, after that, I lost my mind when she started, 'cause she sung multiple. She sung New Genesis, she sung Backfire, and she also sung Fleeting Lullaby. I think I may have annoyed a mother during Fleeting Lullaby, because I screamed, like, F yeah. I know I've already said the word multiple times this stream, but I'm just gonna censor myself now. I was like, F yeah! And then she turned around, looked at me, looked at her son, who was the only people who were, like, sitting at this point. We were, like, in, like, basically, we were 5 rows back from, she was 4 rows back. Me, Shisei, and Shita, we were 5 rows back from the stage. Jesus Christ. She looked at me, looked at her son, the only two who weren't still standing yet, and I kid you not, like, by the next song, they'd gotten up and they'd left. I think I ruined someone's night, guys. I genuinely think I ruined someone's night. Oh god, you started watching One Piece because of Red. Jesus Christ. It was the encore. She set that up. Yes, exactly. Okay, actually, speaking of the encore, let's be real. Okay, tell me who else was confused at this. You didn't, you just enjoyed yourself. I know, but I still felt a bit bad, because the thing is, her son was clearly, like, neurodivergent in some way. I'm not sure if he was autistic or on the spectrum, but he was clearly, like, yeah, he had special needs, is the best way I can say it. And his mother just was clearly there because he liked Addo, but she was also there to, like, you know, make sure that he was okay throughout all of it, even though he was, like, an adult, but, like, you get what I mean. Yeah, it was, yeah. I do feel bad about that, but at the time I was like, I was too happy, guys, you know, I was just too happy to hold it back. At least you had a blast, true. You know, I watched film Breadwell, watching One Piece. I haven't even watched the film, I've just been listening to the soundtrack. But yeah, so, okay, okay, I think, okay, this is something that needs to be discussed, because I was incredibly confused when this happened. So, okay, in the encore, she sung 3 songs. One of them was, well, she had, like, multiple encores. One of them, like we mentioned before, was New Genesis. I think the first one was Rockstar. The second one was Chandelier by Sia. She did half her songs are her screen, true. Yeah, she did a cover of Chandelier by Sia. I feel like Chandelier was actually, it was so good, but it came out of literally nowhere. I guess Addo is a Sia fan. I didn't know that. That's some hidden lore that we've unlocked, I suppose, but I feel like in other countries she's just sung, like, songs from, not from those countries, but in those languages. Like, the second encore slot is for that. But it was really confusing at the time. Wish you a happy day. I'll be here for just a moment. Hi, Staljo! Yeah, but we're just wrapping up talking about the content, and then I will talk about the trip. By the way, guys, have a guess of where you think I've gone, and if you win, you get a cookie. Mama Geo started tearing up, I think. Yeah. But yeah, so Addo's outfit, obviously you can't see Addo, but if you've seen, like, I think it was last year's art of Miku for her concerts, where her hair was, like, these, like, O shapes coming down as, like in a plait kind of way. Addo had that kind of hair, and she had, like, her outfit was, had some, like, semi-translucent bits, so you could see the shape of her clothing. It's just, like, even with just that, you could tell she was stunning. She was stunning. I don't know, but I want a cookie. Just guess. You have a little guess. Portugal, Japan. I fucking wish Japan. Zurich, Indonesia. Guess a bit more, guys. Guess a bit more. Yeah. So cute. And the visuals behind were stunning. The musicians were amazing. Just, it's a great time. But then, coming out of the fucking concert. Okay, so I had to be kind of quick coming out of the concert because I didn't want to get up early for my flight. So basically the concert, I knew I wasn't going to be back till late, but at the same time I also didn't want to be, like, groggy in the morning for my flight. Because it was a concert the night before, flight the next day. That was how it was going. And so one of my friends was, like, who, like, was close-ish in the area. Close-ish. There were a few, like, train stops away. They were like, hey, if you meet me at Stratford, which is, like, a big connecting place if you're not in the UK. It's also, like, a shopping place as well, but it's also, like, a lot of underground goes there. They're like, if you meet me at Stratford, I will take you to the place you want to. I will take you to your hotel because I decided, okay, I'm just gonna stay at a hotel the night before, so I don't have to like rush in the morning for my flight. Like they haven't, so like yeah. And I didn't have my luggage for the flight because I would have been stupid, but I had a bag that was too big to go into the concert hall, so I had to check that in at the baggage place that they have there. Took ages before the concert. Visiting Yuchan, Italy, I wish. Yeah, so we went to, fuck was it? There was a place outside where I thought that was where baggage drop-off was, but it wasn't, so they told me to go inside underneath the stairs and to drop it off there. I was like, cool. I went there and I dropped it off inside. And the lady there said, okay, if you want to pick up your bag, you're going to have to go outside for it after the concert. She straight up said to me, when you pick up your bag, go outside. The end of the concert arrives, and like I don't obviously there's no time constraint on this, but I didn't want my friend like waiting ages when they've like at this point it was like 11 at night or like nearly 11 at night, and I didn't want them waiting up ages because they decided to do me a solid and drive me somewhere. I run out. I kid you not, again, you got Uma Musume 2.0. I run out. I didn't get back until 2. Jesus Christ, that sucks. So yeah, I run out, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get my bag, and I'm gonna be really quick with it. I like ran off without Shisei and Chuta just so I could make sure I got my bag and we could be on the train. Because also they were, obviously they wanted to get back to there so they could get their stuff. Because they weren't staying in a hotel like I was. I ran out. I ran outside and I got to the outside place. And you know what they said? You know what they said to me? Oh yeah, sorry. We don't have your bags. You pick up your bag from where you drop it off. And so by that point, because I'd wasted time in the line for that place, it was a relatively short line, don't get me wrong, but because I'd wasted just a monochrome of time in that one, it meant that when I went to the this person with the grass, yep. I had to get the line for the indoor one was already coming out the stadium, and was halfway to the train station. And so I had to start, so I started, like, I got in the line, and I was having, being very real, I'm having a bit of a panic attack. I called up the person who was giving me a ride, and I was like, I'm so sorry, I was told this, but it was actually this, and now I'm in an extremely long line. And they were very nice about it. They were like, it's cool, don't worry about it, we're not in a rush for anything, I'm here, you don't have to get a train or anything, or like a time train, we're good, we're fine, you just get your stuff, I'll see you in a bit. I was like, thank you, so sorry again. And then I also called up like Shisei and Chuta, and I was like, hey, because again at this point we were separated, but they were with each other, and I was like, hey, I'm so sorry, this has happened, can you wait outside the specific spot where we were when we were looking at our merch earlier, and I will meet you guys there. And they were thankfully also really chill with it. So, not late even in IRL. I know it fucking sucked. I felt so fucking horrible at the time. I'm gonna go eat dinner, see you in a bit. See you, diamonds, bye bye. But yeah, I was in that long fucking line for ages. But then, you wanna know something that was wild afterwards? Like, this didn't I just want to like reassure people now, this didn't evolve into anything massive, but as I was coming out of the concert, like, not as I was coming out, as I came out from getting my bag, I got my bag, and then my friend who was picking me up called me. I was like, hey, what's up, what's wrong? And they were like, where are you right now? Tell me where you are. And I was like, oh, I've literally only just got my bag. I'm so sorry for, like, running late and blah, 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 thinking they were calling up, like, because I'd taken, like, ages. And then they were like, oh, no. Oh, they were like, oh, phew, thank God. And at this point, I'm like, what the fuck? They told me, they were like, okay, don't come to Stratford come to West Ham because I and everyone else who were on the platforms in Stratford have just been evacuated. And I was like, what? They were like, I don't know the reason, but they have just chased all of us out of Stratford. So I don't know what's going on, but I don't want to risk anything. If you can find out what's happening, oh, great. But yeah, they've just evacuated us from Stratford, so you're just gonna have to meet me in West Ham. Yeah, that's what they called me and they told me that, and I was like, what the fuck? And so, like, I came out and I was like to Shisu and Shuta, because the thing is, they also had to get to Stratford, because, again, Stratford is a big connecting place, and they were gonna get some, like, they had to swap trains there. I was like, yo, my ride just called me and told me this. I don't know what the hell's going on, but they said this, and that we may not be, and also just the fact of, if it is something serious, we're not going to be able to get to Stratford, so you guys are going to have to figure out a different route back to yours. And so now they're worrying because they'd only, like, planned for coming home from Stratford. And now I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on. But at this point, my ride's already at West Ham, and when we got down to the train station, there was a couple tubes only going to West Ham, but then the other ones afterwards were going to Stratford, so whatever it was, it must have been resolved. But yeah, so at the end of the day, everyone was fine. Everyone was fine, but it was a wild end to the night. It was a wild end to the night. Yeah, that was the concert for me. For a while. Yeah. Alrighty. Now, that took an hour 17. Jesus fucking gross. To be fair, part of that was probably something else, wasn't it? But, you know. What the fuck? What the fuck is this shit? Oh, fuck, it's on the other screen, isn't it? Control left. Ah, okay, 1 second. Yeah, that was Adol. That was Adol. Yes, now we move on to the next part of it all. The next part of it all. Boing. Me going to a different place. Look at me so cute, flying in the air. I kid you not, the photography, the photos from the plane are just really pretty. 1 second. I'm just making this a bit bigger. The lighting was really good from the plane. Like, I did not expect it to be, but it was like really pretty from the plane. I have other pictures like from the window, but yeah, I did. There was some reflections on them, so I can't share them on stream. Only able to pop in, say hi. Currently just landed in Spain, and so far I've dealt with a crackly trying to attack my friends and nearly running straight into a tourist riot. Have a stream. Wow. Stay safe, Scrungle. Oh my god. Stay safe. Jesus. I hope you have a good time in Spain. It's just like a really weird start to your holiday. But yeah. What do you guys put in your final guesses now? Put in your final guesses now as to where you think I went. Drum roll. We're gonna drum roll. Yeah, be safe, Scruggle, be safe. Yeah, drum roll. Where do you guys think I went? Where do you guys think Zete went? Spain? Wrong. Carney does not get a cookie. Ivajo does not get a cookie. Lisbon? Nope, I did not go to Lisbon. Mickey, I'm afraid you do not get a cookie. United States? Nope. No cookie. Please tell me it was France. No, it was not France. 'Twas not the Netherlands. Nope. To hell? No, I live there. I'm kidding. On planet Earth? Technically right. If I do, you get half a cookie. Italy? I wish I went Italy. I would just go and annoy the fuck out of Yuki. Germany? Nope. No Germany, I'm afraid. No cookies for Germany. Hungary? Nope, not Hungary, not Iceland, not Austria, not Norway. I went to, okay, yes, I was in Europe. It was someplace in, technically in Europe. Technically in Europe. Australia those are not Europe, guys. Japan is certainly not Europe. I wish it was Japan, but no. The UK? No, I did not go to the UK. Don't tell me you went to Antarctica. Again, Europe! I guess, actually it's more Eurasia. More Eurasia. Like Europe, Asia. Russia? I did not go to Russia, no. Sweden? I did not go Sweden, no. No, I did not go Egypt. Yeah, I did not go to the Ukraine. No, I did not go to Ukraine. I don't know. I'll be real with you. Someone did actually say it earlier, but I didn't read it out. Turkey, yay! Scrungle got it right, guys. Scrungle got it, yay! I went to the land named after the Gobble Gobble, or the land that named a Gobble Gobble after it. I said it earlier. Yeah, you did it. That's you. I just didn't want to read it out and be like, oh crap, someone already guessed it. Don't worry, eventually you get your cookie. You get your cookie. You and Scrungle get your cookies, don't worry. I want a cookie and a half. You get a cookie and a half. There you go. Did you go to fix your hair? The fuck you insinuating about my hairline? What's up with my hairline? Do you not see these luscious locks floating in the wind? Do you not see them? Excuse you. Anyway, I had a good flight. Nothing happened. Very little turbulence. I finished a book mid-flight. It was more days in the Morisaki bookshop if you guys are looking for recommendations. It's not a fucking wig. Your blood. Do you mean bold? I'm blood. I am formed of the blood of your enemies. As of now, Scrungle is a dead. What did Scrungle do? My teeth are fine. They are pearly white and perfect. Ignore my complaints about dentist bills before. Fix your attitude. You wanna go? Do you want to go outside? Do you want to go? I just realized I completely freaking forgot to check my background audio. It was too loud. Okay, well, we'll deal with it later. Anyway, but yeah, I got to the hotel. It was nice. It was a good hotel. We were all like staying in a room together. That's a lie, you're British. Search it up. Search up statistics. British teeth, despite appearance, are healthier on average than American teeth. It is a real fact. Search it up. Search it up. That's being so rude today. The pot calling kettle black, Jesus Christ. But yeah, I was in the Turkey lands. I was in the lands of the Gobble Gobble. Had a great flight over. The hotel was nice. Don't get me wrong. But I forgot my hairdryer. So I meant I had to use the one like they provided in the bathroom. I thought that every time I used that thing, I kid you not, I thought it was going to explode in my hand. It was... I call BS on that dental fact. Search it up. Search it up. It is true. It is a true fact. Like, because in America you guys focus more on like the appearance of pearly whites, whereas in the UK we just focus on whether or not your teeth are actually healthy. So, regardless of how much, like, the thing is. You insulted cat's hairline. Not my cat. But yeah, I genuinely thought it was gonna explode in my hands. I thought I was gonna, you know the fucking Final Destination scene of the person in like the new, Bloodline? Of like that person in the prediction death just running around while on fire. I thought that was gonna be me at one point. I thought that was gonna be me. I was like, Jesus Christ, this is how I go. I'm not even gonna be in this. I'm not even gonna have the NHS to save me. Well, no. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, sorry. It's okay. It's within the first 10 minutes. It's fine. It's fine. It's nothing. It's within the first 10 minutes, and it's not even a major character. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's not a major one. I promise you, I've not spoiled anything major for you. I promise. I'll be real with you. I haven't actually watched anything but the first bit to begin with. It's okay. I don't mind. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm sorry. Holy shit, she's right. I told you. I told you. Get off your high horse. I just looked it up. Can't watch the movie anymore. Oh no. It sucks. I'm so sorry. Back to Turkey. Sorry, that was a really mean transition, but yeah. Also, okay, Jesus Christ, hotel prices are so like extortionate, by the way, because on top of my, okay, you can all laugh at me, but I'm the only one who didn't come away with skin peeling this holiday. I use Factor 50. I use Factor 50 because I'm just genuinely conscious about getting burnt. I don't want to get burnt, and if that comes with the cost of a tan, I don't care. I do not want to come away looking like a bright red tomato. So Shisei and Chuta, they only bought like a 15 and a 30 respectively. Did you go to a tourist trap? I didn't go to a tourist trap. It was a like tiny mini market inside the hotel itself. If you could call it a market, I don't really know, but yeah, I went to one of them and I was like, okay, I'll just buy a bottle of Factor 50 here. 35 freaking pound for a bottle of sun cream. It usually goes for a £5 over in Tesco's. It goes for a £5 and they were charging 35 quid for it. And it's not in lira, which is the Turkish currency, by the way. They do take euro over there, but their main one is lira. I believe it's how you pronounce it. Lira? Lira? It's spelled Lyra. Lira. But, Diamond, hi! Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed dinner. But yeah, it was 35 quid. It was so freaking extortionate. Absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. Jesus Christ. Yeah, but okay, I think I need to like, okay, this is like a weird graphic to be on for what you call it, for what I'm about to talk about next. Not weird as in bad, but it's like, let me just a thingy. Yeah. Yeah. It's like this works as a visual. Let me just save this. Okay. This isn't a picture of the one that I went to. I just got this one off like a tourism website, but I will just use this one now to just kind of show off this. So the first day we went there, we didn't know about this till we got there, but there's this thing called hammam in Turkey, and not better known as, but it translates to Turkish bath. It is like this, okay, just to, with the power of Google on my side, because I know I'm going to be absolutely horrible at explaining this. A Turkish hammam, also known as a Turkish bath, is a traditional public bathing house with roots in Islamic culture, influenced by Roman bathing practices. It involves a sequence of steam, exfoliation, cleansing, and massage, promoting relaxation and rejuvenation. The experience is multi-sensory, combining heat, steam, touch, and often aromatic scents. Yes. So it was really nice, holy shit. So a hot spring, no, it's not a hot spring, it's a bit different. Well, it's more like a Japanese bathhouse, but the workers bathe you. They have community sponge in that Romans too, like the Romans too. No, they did not have a community sponge. For health and safety reasons, they did not have a community sponge. But basically, so we went there, and we saw, like, me, Shisei, and Chiza, we love a good massage. We love being pampered. We're girlies. We can't avoid it. So we were all like, okay, there's this Turkish hammam thing, or Turkish bath, and the hotel, like, advertises, basically we booked a bunch of, like, experiences and excursions through the hotel, or, like, through the people we, like, booked with, or whatever, which is they sorted out the ones I'm going to talk about following this as well. Because we did, like, 3-4 major things, which are of note. The rest of the time we just sat around a pool. But yeah, we had relaxation and also a bit of, like, sightseeing. It was that kind of trip. But this thing, Turkish Hammam, we booked it for the day, not the day of, but the day after we arrived, because we were just going around booking stuff that day, taking a look around, so we didn't need it. But this was, like, advertised as something to open up your pores so you get a better tan. Like I said, I don't really care about tanning that much because I don't want to walk away looking like a tomato. But Chuta and Shisei, they're down with tanning. They like tanning. It's if you've ever been to if you know anything about British folk, it's like they love a good tan. They love a good tan. Hammam is just what we use for toilets over here. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yes, I went to a Turkish toilet. I mean, there are plenty of toilets in Turkey. Fun fact, I knew they did this in Greece, but I didn't know they did this in Turkey also. I don't know how many places they do this in, or countries, but in Turkey, you can't flush toilet paper down the toilet. You have to put it in a bin that's, like, right next to you. Like a bathroom, but you get the idea. Yeah. I get the insinuation. But yeah, they have a bin next to the toilet which you put the toilet paper in. Like, you can't flush toilet paper over there. It's some health and safety thing. I don't know why, but yeah, it's a thing. All fun and games until the calf massage. That hurts more than how it's up. I actually like calf massages. For me, what gets awkward is thigh massages. Because that, specifically, I don't know why, but the nerves there, like, shoot all the way up my back. So, it's like... it's like, yep, that's Infamous Hotel's price hike. It's so bad. But yeah, it like makes me squirm in like a ticklish kind of way, and I feel bad and it makes me tense then because I want to stay still, which then makes me feel bad because then the masseuse has to work around my tense muscles. That's disgusting. This will be horrible. Yes. I hate to break shit, but they do that everywhere. Even in the hotel, they were doing that, and it was like a mostly like English people visiting place. But it's because of the laws over there. That's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do. But yeah. So anyway, sorry. Back on topic. We went to the hammam, and I hope the 4th of July went especially well for you, Miss Fan. Would you mind if I give you a hug? 4th of July. I don't celebrate 4th of July because I'm not American. It's like an American-only holiday, I'm pretty sure. But I hope it went well for you, Shenard. And you may hug. We may have hugs, indeed. Somewhat common in places of Asia due to weak water pipe systems. Smells actually not so bad if the malls or whatever have regular cleaning. True, yeah. Because we were in a hotel, they had regular cleaning. But yeah, sorry. Turkish hammam, Turkish bath. We went there and we started off, they took us to a sauna. Like just a regular sauna. And they told us to like, oh, just sit here, wait here in your towels. And we were like, cool, great, amazing. And we're just kind of just sitting there in towels. But, okay. Here is... Okay, no, actually, I'll wait a bit more. I'll wait a bit more before the plot twist. I'll wait a bit more before the plot twist that you're all gonna point and laugh at me at. Happy Rebels Day. Oh, shoot, are we okay, Red Hat? But yeah, so they took us to a sauna. We're chilling at the sauna. Whatever. We're chill. And then they're like, these ladies come out and they're dressed in like swimsuits but with towels over them so that they don't get that wet and like they don't get their uniforms wet, which fair enough. Like they're regular masseuse uniforms. And they take us to this. It does look slightly similar to this image I have on the screen here. Not exactly the same. Like the one that we went to, it was more square. But yeah, they had this slab of like stone in the middle, which they were like, they told each of us to like lay down on a side of, and they had like a towel like thingied for a pillow. So they were like, okay, just lay down on this. And that was like, coolio, whatevs. And then, yeah, they start the bath, which it started with them just like throwing water over us, like with really hot water. It wasn't like burning hot, but it was like hot. It was definitely like it was the same temperature as the sauna, I would say. Maybe a little cooler, to be fair, but like around the same. And then they got this like kind of like pillowcasey thing after they'd like tossed us in water on both sides. Like they had us flip over and they tossed water on us on the other side as well. And then they got this like pillowcasey thing, and they filled it with like foam, like a foamy thing, and they started just putting it over us, like squeezing it out, not squeezing it out, but like covering us in like this in soap bubbles, essentially, like these bubbly things. And then they had like this, if you've been on like TikTok at any point, you'll have seen like the adverts for these, or like if you've been on this specific corner of TikTok, I suppose. They have these like peeling glove things, which are like really, if you know like Velcro straps, it's kind of like a Velcro strap, but not as like severe, because it's meant to get like rid of dead skin cells. And while we had like the bubbles on us, they started like scrubbing us down with these glove things. It was nice. It was good. It was nice. I liked it. And then they had us sit up next to where the sink where they're getting the water from, and they had us like sit down, stand up, and just washed us down. Here comes the part where Natalia was an idiot, though. So, for those of you who don't commonly take massages, in a massage, what you do is you have to wear either a swimsuit or just your underwear, or sometimes they will even provide you with like that disposable like papery underwear, just so that they can reach every part of your body, because you know you need to be the equivalent of like almost naked so that they can like properly get into your muscles, which is fine. Like I said, I like a bit of pampering. I've been to a few massages in my time. I know the drill. I thought I knew the drill, because I didn't bring a bikini with me on holiday. I personally am more of a One Piece girly, haha, reference. But yeah, so I'd only brought a couple of One Piece bathing suits. So when we went to the thing, I had to go in underwear, because according to Natalia's brain, the word bath does not raise red flags of water being thrown on you. But wait, it gets worse. So I go in my girly under things, and like I'm fine up top. The material up top is thick. I make the dumbass decision of wearing whites. I didn't wear a dark color. I wore a light color. So yeah. Oh no. No, but this is the worst part. It gets worse, because they took us to these rooms to dry, and they put these towels over us, right? We were semi-dry. We were semi-dry, and then they were gonna take us to a different place to get another massage, which was really nice, by the way. Like, this was the bit. It was like they used bronzing oil to help with tanning. When we got up, they each had like an assigned masseuse who was also the person who did the bath. She says that she just gave them back their towels. They were in bikinis, by the way. Gave them towels to wrap around. The lady who was working with me just took my towel, didn't even give me the opportunity to put it around myself. She took my towel and walked off to, because like the drying room and the massage rooms, you had to walk down a hallway to get from one to the other. So she took my towel and I had nothing. So I just had to run after her. I just straight up, like, to be fair, apparently she's saying, she just said like, oh, you look like you owned it. And so I just was apparently strutting down, like, without a care in the world. Yeah. Immediately after, though, I bought a bikini. I didn't need it, but at that point, it's there for a safety net. I know. No way. Yes. So that was my embarrassing moment. Listen. Don't judge me. Okay. Jesus Christ. It's fine. We're all fine. And you disappointed. Don't call me a melon. But yeah, so then that was my second day there. That was fun. I think, yeah, that was fun. Though, okay. I think she hated me. Like, she's just, my missus, I think after she realized that I wasn't in, like, a swimsuit, that I was in, like, thingies, I think she started, like, I think it was such a move of dumbassery that she was like, because like the other masseuses had been smiling the entire time. When she first saw me, she'd been smiling. After she gave me the bath, she stopped smiling at me. The other two were still smiles with she saying chuta. Mine just like looked like she could not be done fast enough. Though weirdly, in the end, my massage took longer, so that was fun than the other two. Like they were both out before me. I also had my masks. That was fun. Targeted. I will hold you back to not call you something worse than a melon. Okay, we're moving on. But, yeah, okay, so, anyway, moving on. Oh, another, like, fun little anecdote from staff at the hotel was they also had, like, a hair place there, and she wanted to, not she say, it was Chuta, she wanted to get, like, her blonde touched up, because fun fact, Chuta's not a natural blonde. Chuta in the lore, Chuta is not a natural blonde. Okay, this is veering into lore territory now, but yeah, there was so fun little lore drop, because I've accidentally mixed up things here, but yeah, but basically, Chuta isn't a natural blonde. It's based off stuff from the time period, but yeah, she dyes her hair. But yeah, so they had a hair place here, so she went there because she wanted to check it out and maybe get her blonde touched up. Never mind, it was extortionate prices though, so nope. We backed out of that quickly, or she backed out of it. I was just there for moral support. But yeah, as we were there, they had a translator, and they saw me holding like because I had some of the Addo merch with me at the time, and they saw like one of the acrylic chains on my bag, and they were like, "Oh, what anime? And I was like, sorry, because I forgot I had the keychain on my bag. They're like, oh, what anime from? It's which anime are they from? I was like, oh, she's not an anime. She's not a character from an anime. She's a performer, but she doesn't show like her face and stuff. And they were like, oh, VTuber? No, not VTuber. She's a singer. I can tell you, Addo. And they're like, oh, cool. And I was like, yeah, you should check her out. Her songs are really good. And they ended up writing down Addo's name, and that was how I recommended Addo to a staff member of the hotel. Hooray. Hooray. Ruining my fantasy. Shush. But yeah, where'd you go? Okay, 1 second. 1 second, sorry. Which one do I want to go with? That's a good one, actually. Let's go with this one. Okay. Here we go. Oh, that's fucking big. Jesus Christ. That's what she said. Okay, this one... I do have more art than just what's on the thumbnail, by the way, guys. I swear. I swear. Just right now, this is how it's going. It's not up here, but like, boop, there we go. Oh, that was tiny. It's gonna cover me again. Goodbye. Yeah, so next was a trip to... Okay. This thing was a bit misleading. You can see my cowlick. This next one was one of the, like I said, we also booked a bunch of like sightseeing excursion-y things. And one of these was this, they advertised it as like this trip to these like 12 different islands around the area we were staying in. And that, or well, not around the area we were staying in, around like Turkey. And that we would see 12 islands, and that we would also stop off at like 4 different places in the water for us to get off and swim. It ended up more just being a swimming trip, I'll be real with you, because all the islands are just like the one that you could see in this picture. This is one I took, by the way. There was more, if you'd have turned to like the right a lot more, there was more of a village setting, it was a really cute village, but because a lot of people were walking out and about, and also it's just like, I didn't want to be that tourist taking pictures of like people's homes and shit and like to share on the internet and be like, oh my god, look how cute these are, look how cute these houses are, these people are so blessed to live here, I'm so jealous. I didn't want to be that tourist. So cute village. I took the picture over this way because this thing, you can't really see because my cursor doesn't show up on the screen, but like if you look to the right a bit, like the White House bit there, not to be confused with the American one, I thought it was like a little like prayer place, maybe not a church, but whatever it is, like a mosque, maybe like a mini mosque, but it looked like a prayer house. So, and then there's like a little bit of ruins, and then you can see a boat, because there's a house. It's very tiny. Don't get me wrong, the White House. The White House, no. I see the boat, yeah, to be fair, yeah. Like I said, I tried to keep most of the village out. But yeah, there's a boat there. We were also in a boat. I did take pictures of it, but I didn't have time to double check to make sure my reflection wasn't in the water, so, eh. I did get a lot of cool underwater videos, though, because Shisei bought one of those plastic, things you can put your phone in and then you can use it underwater. So I did that. That was fun. I took a couple underwater videos with all of us. So yeah. But yeah, so there was okay. Let me see. Let me write it down. It was basically just like this boating trip where you drove around to like these different spots where they'd like let you jump in the water and you'd swim. They also gave lunch. It was. Part of me thought, like, okay, maybe it's gonna be something, like, Turkish, like, traditionally Turkish, because, you know, Turkey, and the whole thing is about going around looking at Turkish places. Well, at the time it was, when we first booked it, that was our expectation, but then it was, like, it's just a swim trip, and it's like, okay, fair enough. Though, to be fair, one of the tour guide lady was saying a lot about the area around. I did try to write some stuff down, but I missed some of it. But yeah, lunch ended up being like chicken and pasta and like this watermelon for dessert. And it was funny because I usually don't really like watermelon, but the others do. But they didn't like the watermelon that was served, but I did like it. So that was funny. But yeah, each stop was like I said, there was 4 stops, and we stopped for about half an hour each time to swim. Like a lot of people, for some reason, like a diving club kind of started. It was funny. Just like a bunch of people just started jumping in and like being like rating and cheering each other on. It was either the last stop or the second to last stop. If you don't know, basically, well, around this area specifically, in a couple other countries where they've got these boating experiences going on, they will have these people. There will be like these individual business kind of things. Watermelon. Watermelon. These people will drive around in like little jet ski boats, but they will also have like attached to those jet ski boats, they will have like things like a banana boat. And up until that point, nobody had really approached our boat because it was very clearly like a tour guided boat. But for some reason, this dude came up to the side of the boat and climbed on without any prior discussion with the owners of the boat. And they were like, hey, I assume they were like trying to convince them to let us be customers for him because we were such a big boat. And he was probably like, if he could convince them to ask if people wanted to go on the banana boat, it would have been a payday. But while he was doing that, people were getting on the banana boat anyway, because some people thought like, oh, this is part of like the trip, they've got this out for us to like do and stuff. So people started climbing up on the banana boat and just started mucking about on it, like messing around and doing like either jumping off it or jumping on it, and then just like like that gymnast thing, like for male gymnasts, where they put their hands down and then their legs are just spinning round and round. Someone started doing that. They fell down after like the third one, but it was still interesting to see. But yeah, so that was interesting. The rest of it was pretty good. Like, I think I did say before, but unfortunately the islands are only really this. They were just like mountainous areas covered in like trees. There was no like interesting architecture or anything like that, apart from like a couple places. So there was one of the islands that we stopped next to swim was called, and I'm gonna butcher this name, was Domuz Adasi. Sorry, Turkish speakers, you may kill me at dawn. And there was this cliffside where there were oh no, wait, no, that's not. Yeah, sorry. This wasn't okay, sorry, I messed up with my notes. That wasn't Domuz Adasi. This is Domuz Adasi. This picture here is Domuz Adasi. You can, if you zoom in, it's in the middle of the picture. There is a bit of ruins there. It's just an island with a village and some small ruins. I don't remember what the context of the ruins were, but it was cool. There was another one that I didn't catch the name of, that it was basically, the cliffside had a bunch of like holes in it, and there was this Turkish artist who, unfortunately, again, didn't catch the name of, but they would like paint fish there apparently, and from the way the tour guide was describing it, had a lot of mental health struggles. So, and that was like their quiet place, which is kind of cute. And then there was like this duney sort of place where, like, compared to the rest of the islands that were very mountainous and like full of like tree life, this one was just like more of just a sand bank with rocky waters. And there was also like a vendor there, like a market vendor you could buy from, and like a food vendor. Unfortunately, I didn't get to swim at that point, at that place, because I got stuck on the boat doing something that I'm, yeah. Yeah, so, yeah. Couldn't be me. Imagine having random people crawling on your boat. I know, it was wild. Yeah, there was some, yeah, that was basically that trip. That was fun. It was a fun one. And the next one, if you would give me a moment. This isn't gonna be your traditional picture of this kind of place, but it was my favorite picture I took of it, because the other areas were kind of like swarming with tourists and stuff. Here we go. Here we go. I would like you to guess. I'd like people to try to guess what this place is. If you've been to Turkey, you might know this one. If you've been to the specific part of it. But if not, then I want you guys to try and guess. This is a very famous body of water. Very famous body of water that people rave about all the time. And I'm curious to see if you guys can Who can guess? Sorry, I'm really tired. I'm so sorry. Like, it's Lake Twos? It was not Lake Twos. Looks like dirty, rocky water. Like, you will be shocked that when I tell you what this is connected to. Black Sea? No, the Black Sea. Not the Black Sea. Though, actually, fun fact: the tour that we did before was in fact in the Aegean Sea, I believe. Red Sea, not the Red Sea. This is like it's a lagoon. It's a lagoon. That should be a good enough hint. Drowning incidents. No, it's not drowning incidents. Black Lagoon. Not the Black Lagoon. Not the Black Lagoon. It's not the Black Lagoon. It's a different lagoon. It is indeed the Blue Lagoon. This is a picture I took from the Blue Lagoon. So at the Blue Lagoon, we got this is the Blue Lagoon, yeah. No, it's gonna be. Close enough. Yeah. It's interesting because obviously when you see the Blue Lagoon, you think of like, this is not blue, right? This is, I kid you not. We got to the beach bit, or like the sandy bit, and they were like, and at that point it was very blue. It was very much like you see in the tourism pictures. Though they had like this once, so it was a very busy area. It was like not chained off, but there was like those floaty line things with like the round bits that you see in swimming pools blocking off where people could swim out to and back from, because there were boating trips going on a lot, and they were, or not boating trips, but like just like gondolas and just a few jet skis. They were just going around on the other side of the rope. And also there were always like at least 20 paragliders in the sky above us, so that was interesting. And then there were, what's that? Probably the affectionate trees making it look like that. There were no trees at that point. The behind me was sand. There was sand and a couple of like sunbeds. There was no trees from where I was standing. It just it genuinely was such a stark color difference, because like the bit where everyone was swimming was like very either see-through or blue, like a deep blue, and then I was specifically trying to look for a place that was more nature scenic, because the Blue Lagoon, in my opinion, is like a good piece of nature. But yeah. Yeah, I literally, I kid you not, I walked like 20 steps to the left, and this is where I found this bit. Yeah, so I ended up swimming. I swam around in there for a bit. It was a chill thing. There wasn't anything really major that happened around there. Like, as you can probably see in the picture, there were huge mountains surrounding the area, and they were very beautiful. There was this one, like, pink tree in amongst all the green. It's really nice, but yeah. I just want to say I've been to the Blue Lagoon. Also, just the fact of this image does not look like what you expect the Blue Lagoon to look like. Yeah, now, however, we can start going back to other things. Hang on for a second, my neighbor opened the chamber secret. Okay, good luck with that. Okay, but now we can get back to what Promisette has done, because Promisette is the goat. Well, like, it feels bad saying that, but when it's, what you call it? I should say Promisette's the goat, because KB's the goat. What kind of call Promisette? I wonder what. Promisette is an incredibly talented individual whom I have immense respect for. And blame more there. Okay, this one I'm gonna make bigger. Huiza. I went in a cable car. I was in a cable car. This cable car went up the maximum height it was, well, the maximum height was 1,900 meters up into the sky. Like down here, if you look to the left, if you see what looks like two lakes shaped like boobs, that is the blue lagoon that I was at before. You see the green bit more visibly now, where those fish were. Yeah, we went up in a cable car. It was so cool. It was so fun. The maximum height was 1,900 meters, where basically you ride up this cable car and then the last 200 meters you can either walk up or you ride up on a chairlift. But unfortunately, the chairlift was not operating at that time, so yeah, we couldn't really do much, so I couldn't do it in the end. This was also at the top of this mountainous bit was where the paragliders were coming from. I just realized what you meant when you said nobody like it so much. Listen, shush. Yeah, it was so we unfortunately were only able to go up to 1,700 meters, but there was a restaurant up there. Did a great beef wrap, not gonna lie. This one I took when we were like, I think at 1,600 meters maybe. Actually no, I think this is just before we reached 1,400 meters, because there was a stop point at 1,400 meters, because we were just gonna go up that high and then get food at the restaurant there, but the restaurant there at the 1,400 meter mark was closed, so we had to go to the 1,700 meter mark to get food and also see the paragliders. If you ask me, I think it was just like a ploy to get us to do paragliding, because one of the servers just kept coming over and asking if we wanted to do paragliding and really pushing it, even when we said like, sorry, we don't have time, sorry, we don't have the money, blah, 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 blah. No matter what, he just kept coming and was like, come on, it's fun. I can get people here to do the paragliding with you since you're new at it. And we were like, no thanks, we're good. Vincenzo, oh no, hey, how you doing, dude? Nice to see you. Yeah, but yeah, that was the cable car. Was just also a butterfly got stuck in the cable car. I unfortunately didn't get pictures of it. It's also a shame KB isn't here because it was a vampire butterfly. But yeah, it was yeah, it was just really fun. It was just really fun going up in it. Then okay, the next one is this one is a that's the wrong one. This one is quite a interesting one because it's not a conventional spot. It's also not that popular of a tourism spot. Like when I told people I was going to be going to Turkey, he'd be freaking out right now. He'd be asking for a vampire butterfly ASMR ASMR POV. You're in a cable car and a vampire butterfly comes to mess with you. Yeah, this next spot wasn't that conventional, but this lovely town here is called Kayakoi. It is known as a ghost village. I'm just gonna zoom in real quick, because unfortunately because it's so small, you aren't able to see like all the details on the art. But yeah, this little Natalia right here has some ghost repellent. If you look in her hand. Yeah, she gets some ghost repellent there to scare off the ghosts, but in the end, wasn't actually... Okay, when you hear the term ghost village, you kind of imagine like kind of a spoopy adventure kind of thing. I think because it was like in we went there in the afternoon. These are so cute. I know, these are adorable. Please everyone check out Promisette and just like hype Promisette up on Twitter if you get the chance. Their art is so adorable. Like I said, I've worked with them before for a trip I took the other year, or like last year, like OCs from Twisted Wonder. I'll just be upfront with it because they're an artist for it specifically. It's how I found them. They did art for me for my main character OCs for Twisted Wonderland. But yeah, they're just, all their art is always so adorable and I love it. They're amazing. Please check them out. But yeah, so fun thing going on this trip was, okay, I'll just read off what the what, if this isn't accurate, fair enough. I may have misheard this. I'm just saying what the tour guide told me. So Kayakoi, originally, Muslim people, or like Islamic people, she said Muslim people came from Salam during the Ottoman. Muslim people came from Salam during the Ottoman Empire to Turkey, and they settled and made the town Kayakoi. But however, in World War I, due to tensions between countries and just discrimination, it was abandoned, and from that point on, nobody came to really reclaim the town after the war ended. And if you're wondering, hold on, how can it look so like devastated if it's not even like 100 years old or like 100 years abandoned? It's because during 1957 there was like this huge earthquake in Turkey, so it just devastated the houses here, and again, as no one was living in them, nobody bothered to repair them. There is a habit, there is, what you don't see is to the left of this picture. If you turn like your head to the left, you would see a modern day Kayakoi, where there are modern Turkish buildings and people just going about their day there, but nobody came to reclaim this part of Kayakoi, and they've just built a new one next to it, essentially. I did want to, you can't really see it in this picture, but there were two, again, this is what the tour guide said, so I'm going to refer to them as churches because that's what the tour guide said. These may have been mosques, but because again, these are people of Islamic faith, or they were Muslim people. But yeah, the tour guide called them churches, so fair enough. And I think a translation for mosque is church anyway. But yeah, so I wanted to get a bit further along because in the distance there was they had a small church at the bottom where you enter in from, which is next to a restaurant that they built next to the site. So you could get drinks and all that, and, you know, like, oh, they've walked around, they're so sweaty, they would want water, which indeed ended up being me. And then at the furthest bit, there was a larger church, which unfortunately neither of them were open that day, but they were there, and I wanted to get closer to it so I could get a better picture of it. But unfortunately, your girl forgot to bring her battery pack. And as I said, this was a later in the day trip. So when we came out, I took this picture when my phone was on 1%. And it might not be obvious from this picture, but the pathways were so rocky and unstable. I'd already passed multiple people who were coming back the way I was going up, slipping down rocks and nearly like scraping their knees. I had actually tried to take a video, and I had straight up fallen over and nearly, like, luckily I didn't scrape myself, but my bag ended up getting really dirty on the bottom. Again, luckily nothing broken, but yeah, it was a close call. So, at that point, I was also by myself, because this part of the trip was mainly just for me. This was included in, like, a full day trip with, the cable car one. Like, you do the Blue Lagoon, the cable car, and this were all part of like a one-day tour package kind of thing. So you go to the Blue Lagoon in the morning, midday you go to the cable car thing, get lunch in the cable car area, and then you go to Kayakoi in the evening. So because I don't know, ghostly ambience, but it didn't end up being that ghostly. At that point, I keep watching too much Apothecary Diaries. Pikachu used Kayakoi. But yeah, so we did this. She's saying you two are more interested in the Blue Lagoon and the cable car part of things. I wanted to do this trip because I am a history nerd. When I go to Greece, and the times I've gone to Greece, I have been all like, we are going to see the ruins. We're going to see this one specific rock that Aphrodite sat on top of. And here I wanted to be, obviously I was like, I am going to see this ghost village. It is the only ruins they have mentioned in this entire travel package. And they were like, fair enough, we want to go to the Blue Lagoon, so we'll do it. And yeah, so we went there. At that point, the two of them were exhausted. I need to go now. Bye chat, see you next stream. All right, see you, Anthony. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. Yeah, the two of them were just sitting down the restaurant below. And this trail specifically, the tour guide said, like, to get around and back, it takes an hour. And I got a late start because originally Shisei did want to do the trail with me, but she thought I was going to take the short trail. There was a short trail that took 15 minutes, and the long trail that took an hour. It looks pretty sick. I would have loved to explore it. Same, I would have loved to explore more of it, but as I said, Shisei originally was meant to go with me, but then she realized that I was going on the long one, not the short one. She was like, I'm sorry, but I can't do that. My feet are going to give out. And I was like, fair enough. Go on ahead. I will just, I'll do it myself. And so I did it myself, but again, I forgot to bring my battery pack. So I got to this bit, I took a photo, and I realized, oh shit, my phone's on 1%. I am by myself in an area that, while it has tourists, is very unstable walking wise. If I took a tumble and ended up somewhere injured and without any way to communicate to someone that I know that I am safe, or like that I am in danger, I am fucked. So is that one of the ghost villages? Yes, this is Kayakoi. This is Kayakoi, the ghost village. And so I was like, yeah, I'm turning back. So this is as far as I got, unfortunately, but if I ever, maybe, I don't know if I will, but if I ever go back to Turkey, maybe I will go back to Kayakoi so I can explore it properly. Have a full day of of looking at ancient ruins and ancient pizza ovens, because there were, for some reason, a lot of pizza ovens, or like things that look like pizza ovens. And with that, I shall bring us to the final part of this trip. The most important part, some may consider, some may ponder and consider. If you give me a second, I forgot to I thought I downloaded this image, I didn't. Was I? It. Oh shit, let me do it. The shit I bought. So, okay, so I went to another one of the trips that I'm not really doesn't really deserve its own in-depth thing because it wasn't much other than walking. I would love to see the museums Turkey has. Unfortunately, they weren't really offering that where I was, but, you know, they weren't really offering it, so maybe it would be nice to see it maybe another time, but yeah, I didn't really know about many of them. Yeah, so we went to, we had this market trip, and part of it was, well, okay, I got the food you see in the background, and the turtle, the knitted turtle with the Eye of Evil I am sitting on, as you can see. I got that at the same market, and then I got the candle there that you see there, from, it was called Babadag. It was the place where the cable car was, Babadag. That plushie handed over. No! He's my little buddy. He's right next to me, actually. Let me grab him. Got him. He's attacking the mic now. There's your ASMR, guys. He smells really nice. I don't know why, but he just smells really nice. But yeah. Of the history and old stories of places, same. Does the turtle have a name? Not yet. So, you know, if you want to give suggestions for names for the turtle, you may give thingy names for the turtle. But yeah, so Anadolu was the first part of the market trip. They took us to this market, or this like building where it was, Anadolu was one part where they were serving Turkish delights, havla, and baklava. They said like they are like a major supplier around all of Turkey, that a lot of places that they're serving Turkish delight are serving their Turkish delight, are serving their halva, are serving their baklava. And they also sold like teas as well, and coffees, like Turkish coffee and like a bunch of fruit teas, which Chuta did buy, and she's only tried one of them so far, but apparently they're really good. They give him tea. Stop it with the hairline surgery. Stop it. Stop it. But yeah, we went to that's what they said. I haven't actually had a chance to eat it yet. It sucks. So what basically they're doing is like they gave you free samples at the store, so you could like figure out what you wanted to buy, and I was like, I like all of it. I'm just gonna get like this multi-pack thing because I was mainly interested in the multiple fruit flavored Turkish delights, but unfortunately they didn't have just one of those packs, so I had to buy this. It was 1,200 lira, which I believe, what was it? So like 200 is like £4 in the UK. 2 times 6, 6 times 4, 6, 12, 18, 24. It was like 24 quid. It was 24 quid for all of it, but it did taste nice, so I think it's worth it. And then the turtle plushie, they took us next to this like they took us to like 2 markets for some reason, but they told us for the middle one, don't buy stuff in. So is Turkish delight a type of candy? Yes, it is. It's a type of sweet where it's like a fruit jelly tossed in like powdered sugar kind of. It's the best way I can describe it. It's a bit more than that, but that's the best way I can describe it. And then halva is like sweet tofu is the best way I can describe that one as well. I'm really bad at describing things, guys, so don't take me at my word. But yeah, halva, specifically the flavors I have there, as you can probably see, is I have vanilla, and then the green one below is pistachio halva, which is like, it's a block of like flavored stuff. I really like Turkish delight. I can see the appeal. I think I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember the name. And they, like I said, they also had baklava, which is another Turkish dessert thing where it's like a bunch of pastry and like this green stuff, which I think is pistachio. I never actually had any baklava. I keep saying baklava. It's something else. It is definitely something else. Baklava. I didn't have any of it, though. Chuta was having a lot of it. She really fell in love with it. It was so bummed when we got back, where it was like she forgot, she didn't buy any while we were out there, so she's like, I can't have any more of it. I was like, it's okay, girly. It's like seeing grass is green. It's a block, and it tastes like vanilla. It's just what it is. But Mojo the turtle. Yeah, and then the first market, as this was another like full day trip, at the first market we didn't buy anything, but we did get food there. I tried a Blue Lagoon drink. Or was it a Blue Lagoon drink? I think it was a Blue Lagoon drink. The one with the straw, they add like that little silver party thing on it. I had that, and it was really nice. It was nice, I guess. It was expensive, but it was nice. I shouldn't have bought it, but it was nice. And also, like, okay, this is an issue I have. So, okay, I am a rare lover of tuna in this world. I love tuna. I love tuna mayo. I love tuna mayo sandwiches. And on their menu, they said they had tuna mayo sandwich. I was like, cool, I can get a tuna mayo sandwich. But then the tuna mayo sandwich comes out. Well, it says tuna sandwich, to be fair. It didn't say tuna mayo. But she also wanted like a tuna sandwich, because we all just wanted something small to tide us over. And they were like, she asked like, does it come with mayo? And the guy said, oh yes, it comes with mayo. So we were like, okay, cool, it's tuna mayo sandwich. I love tuna mayo with sweet relish, nice. But they bring out the sandwiches, and they're on like, not only are they on like store bread rather than like, because okay, this is, to be fair, I can't really judge too much for this, but like typically when you go to a restaurant or like to a market thing, you tend to like, but the bread they tend to use there is usually like local bread rather than store-bought bread, but they use store-bought bread for some reason. Yeah, and there was like no tuna in it. It was like the most, like, there was as much tuna as there is skin on my pinky finger. And it was just instead filled with like, it wasn't even like the typical like buffer of sweet corn they use. It had like tomatoes, it had red onion, and it had a bunch of lettuce, which they didn't advertise on the thing itself. Shisei ended up just eating it. I took a couple bites, was able to tolerate it because I was kind of tipsy from the Blue Lagoon. And then at that point I just pushed the rest of it towards Chuta because she was like, I only ordered chips, can I have your sandwich? I was like, please take it off my hands. Yeah, that was the middle one. And then for the final one, was where I got this little dude, and I also got a Wendy, my Wendy besties. And yeah, I got this little guy for myself. I got, which people are trying to push the name Mojo for, Mojo the turtle. Yeah, I got Mojo the turtle, and then I also got a pair of totally real brand sunglasses, which I'm not going to say because I don't want to get in trouble with the law. But yeah, I got a pair of sunglasses while I was there as well for myself because I'd left. Oh, I didn't leave my sunglasses at home, but they got broken in my suitcase during transport. But yeah, so I got a new pair of sunglasses, and then Shisei got a new pair of shoes actually. New pair of shoes and a new purse, and then Chuta, she was gonna get shoes when she decided against it, so she ended up getting a bag instead, spending her money on a bag instead. And for some reason, she really wanted a rug. She was like very insistent on like, oh, we should get a rug, guys. We should get a Turkish rug and like bring it back to like where we need to bring it back to Mithria. And we were like, how the hell do you think we're gonna get it on the plane? For it if you have to. And eventually she was like, she realized that she was being a bit silly, so she stopped. A full blown rug, like a massive one. Like there were smaller ones, which I pointed out to her, like if you're gonna get a rug, maybe just get like a small one. But she was like dead ass set on getting like a massive rug. You make Mojo the turtle part of your lore. I totally legit box of Pokemon cards and they were all full arts and AXs. Oh my god, that was another thing I saw, like in the hotel shop with the one that had the extortionate priced sun cream. They also were selling these these totally legit Pokemon cards, but it was so funny because they would get like a Pokemon background and then they'd have like a Pokemon on it, like a like popular Pokemon. I can't think of any off the top of my head. Like Greninja, or even Mewtwo. And then they'd have a Pikachu just slapped on there. That was like a completely different art style. It was like, are you intentionally trying to not look legit so you have plausible deniability here? What is this? It was so funny. But yeah, that was and then after that we didn't really do much else. We went to like a different like Turkish beach. But yeah, we that was about it. That was the major points of the trip. So so yeah, that was how it went. That was how it went. Hey, do you guys like my storytelling? You guys like my storytelling very just. Make Mojo a floating island or something, like out of the Fame Drawn to Life 2. I have no idea what that is. Sounds a lot of swimming and a little history, but still fun. Yeah, it was fun. I do wish there was a bit more of like architectural sites or like just ruins in general, but you know, it was a nice relaxing trip. I'll be honest with you, it's the most relaxed I was very relaxed. Very relaxed. We're not talking about that, okay? That was for the stream only. We're not talking about it anymore. You should turn into a trip channel. Oh, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. You should yap more often. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, that's part of why I started doing, like, the ASMR streams, because it means I just have to yap. So glad you had a good time, and thank you. I hope you guys all had a good time while I was gone as well, by the way. Apparently, Dwello infected a lot of people. The KCC has unfortunately grown in numbers. Stuff has happened. And the tension bounce back and forth. It was nice to hear about your trip on the concert. That's alright. Thank you. Thank you anyway, Zero. I did paid labor. Oh, I'm sorry about you. Girl failure, travel log. Yeah. It's basically all I can say about, so. And it is, oh god, it's 11 at night, Jesus. Unpaid labor, oh Jesus, that's worse. Yeah, it's 11 at night. Sorry, I did want to have like a little bit where I talked to you guys about how your time was while I was gone. But because it's so late, I'm just gonna have to save that for next stream. If you guys are cool with that, I'm sorry. But, yeah, I am going to have to go now because it is so late. Also, reset is BBR 2 centimeters, but were you planning to play a game while talking? No, play a game, just more just chat, but I'm on another run. I'll tell you had a good holiday. I hope mine will be as good, though I can't say it's off to a brilliant start. It's fine. You'll have great times to grow, I promise. Wasn't there for the KCC stuff on a break for mankind. A week before you left, I came back before you were gone, so there was nothing to do. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Still deeper into One Piece and my obsessions, that's fair. Blaze Black Redux 2 challenge. Okay, that's nice. Good luck, Flappy, good luck. Have a good day or night wherever you're crying. But yeah, that is where we are going now. Thank you all so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed listening to me ramble about all the chaos that happened on my trip and also at the concert. I hope you all have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. I hope we can talk a bit more next time, and I'm a bit more on time so we're not like messing about, but it's fine.
I hope I can be in stream next time too. My voice has kind of changed a bit because it's been a while since I done it, but I hope I can do it next time. And I want to show my human side a bit more. So thank you, Gabriel, for giving me human and no socks and no shoes. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Kippy, even if you're not here. Count my days. 1, 2, 3, 4. Natalia, how many days are in 4 years?
I don't know, buddy. I don't know.
You may be human, but you're still good. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Count your hours. Oh, I'm not brave enough. I can't count my hours.
But yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are. Bye bye, everyone. Bye bye.